And you don't stop. What's going on, y'all? Yo, Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Daily Go Get It Show. Thanksgiving Eve, for real, Wednesday night, yo. This is sort of like a throwback for me. Back in the day, on Wednesday night, man, I used to be 3 sheets in the wind. Back in my drinking days, I used to live for this night. I don't know, it was something about that night before Thanksgiving. Go out, clubs would be jumping. And that's whether you talking about music clubs, comedy clubs, whatever. You know what I mean? It was always, and plus, you know, the students be home from school, all kinds of shit. It'd be buzzing in the city. It used to be on and popping. But I missed most of it because I was, yeah, fun. But here I am. You know, since 2012, not a drop, but it's all good. But we're gonna precious. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily, the daily. It's the daily go get amism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it wins? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We're talking about being in it for the long haul tonight. And it's the Daily Go Getimism show. We do this every single day, every day. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Getimism show. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should as well. Tonight on the Daily Go Getimism show, we are talking about being in it for the long haul. Being in it for the long haul. Hold on. How do you know when you want to be a part of something for years and years and years? How do you see your future ahead of you and be sure that you want certain things to be in it? How do you know? I mean, and this is more than being in a relationship or being in a marriage or something like that. I'm talking about something that you dedicate yourself to, something that you commit yourself to, something that you say, you know what, that right there is something that I've always wanted, and it's something that I want. And if I get it, I'm going to be in it for always. I will love you so for always. Ooh, ooh. I will love you so for always. What's good? Gampy on the sticks. What's good? He says, I am being gang stalked. Please help me. No, you're not being gang stalked, because people who are being gang stalked don't come to YouTube channels. If you was being gang stalked, man, you need to grab your stick. You need to grab your stick. You know what I mean? Square up and get ready. You know what I mean? Get your homies and do what you got to do. But one thing is for sure, if you are in a gang or even gang associated, you are way too young to be on this program, because we talk about mature shit. We talking about living life. You know what I mean? If you're a gangster, you talking about ending life. But God bless you. I hope things get a little better with all that gang stalking. I ain't never heard of no shit like that. But anyway, Cheryl Halsey. Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Was good. My people's crashes in the house. What up? T. Carey Wright, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your sight. You said, not street gang. There's a group of people following me and making my life difficult. Well, that's a little different than being gang stalked. Sounds to me like you're being trolled. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know. Maybe we need a glossary of terms here. We need a glossary. When's the last time you read a glossary? You know, you got to read a book to get a glossary of terms. He said they let the air out of my tires every night, following me and making my life Oh, no, they let the air out of my life. Out of my tires every night for the last 2 weeks. Did they puncture your tires, or did they just press the little thing and because if they just let the air out of your tires and didn't puncture your tires, then not only did they save money, but I would deduce that they're quite fond of you. But what we're going to talk about tonight is being in it for the long haul. How do you know? How do you know on this day that you're going to want to be part of something years and years of days apart? How do you know? How can you be sure? How many of y'all know people who decided their career path at a young age and actually stuck to it? I used to know people who made their career decision when they were younger and they stuck to it. But you know what? They ended those careers. I thought once a barber, always a barber. It ain't true. Once a hairdresser or a stylist, always a stylist. It ain't true. They might do it for 10, 20, 30 years. But somewhere around that 35th year, I've seen them switch it. Like, yo, I've known some of them to go work for the post office, because a lot of times when people are, work in the beauty industry, they don't have like insurance and pensions and stuff like that. And they get to think about that kind of shit. Even though I be thinking like, but y'all, you getting all the money. Fuck all them fringe benefits. You getting money, baby. You could actually buy all of that stuff. Might be a little bit expensive, but you can make it happen. Shirley says, she always with the shits. Oh no, Gampy. That's serious business. Hope you can work it out. Thanks, Cheryl Halsey. Appreciate it. Celery green. I never thought of that. I guess it is. Celery green. All right, cool. In it for the long haul. You know what I mean? Like, let's take away relationships and marriages for a minute. And even if we kept relationships and marriages in it, this is different from already have been. This is different than looking at the results. Like, me and my wife, we celebrating our 30th anniversary, that kind of stuff. I'm talking about how did you know that you were going to want to have a 30th or 40th or 50th anniversary when you met your spouse? How did you know that? Or did you know? Did you just roll the dice and you just, hit your point every time? It's not always easy to know. Taking it back to what I was talking about with the young person choosing a career path. There are a lot of people who seem to have known exactly what they wanted to do in life professionally at a young age. I thought I knew what I wanted to do. I was wrong. Real shit. I had to change direction and whatever, to the point where by the time I was in my mid-20s, I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do professionally. Things change. Appreciate you, Gampy. I appreciate you. So how do you know? How do you know when you want to be something for decades? How can you be sure of that? How many of y'all know somebody who jumps around to every little thing? They might have a curious nature about them. They have an exploration gene in them. So you might catch them doing this one month, doing that another month. Next year, they out there doing that. A couple of years from now, they don't even remember doing that over there and that over there. They don't even remember. They want some other shit. Now, some people might call that instability or mental instability. Not necessarily. That's not to be confused with like mental illness, but they may have some mental and emotional stability, trying to find themselves, searching around, looking around, trying to find what's a good fit for them. But they may not actually give things enough time to materialize. They may not give themselves enough time to materialize. Like they don't, they didn't stay in something long enough, but they may have gotten good at something really quick. And that's just part of that's one of the arrows in their sack. Isn't there a real name for an archer where he puts his arrows? It's not just called an archer sack, right? It's like the something. I can't remember. My man Jay Sloan is in the house. And what's that? Man R. Mansa. Get closer. Manus R. What's good? How y'all feeling tonight? Good to see you. Definitely. And Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's good? Thanks for coming back through. And Jason says, I know a few people like that. Some of them do it very successfully. Others, not so much. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's some people who seem to, have the vision. The vision. They know what they wanted to do at a young age. You take like it's funny. You take like a police officer. I don't think I know anybody who became a cop that said that they wanted to be a cop when they were younger. I don't remember anybody saying they wanted to be a police officer who became a police officer. Most of the people that I know who became cops, by the way, I have no affiliation with any of them anymore because, I'm not putting up. One thing I'm not putting up with is any policemen for friends. But most of the ones that I know who did it, they did it for the money. They literally became a cop for the money. Now you think about that for a minute. You became a cop for what? How much do a cop make? Especially back in the 80s, 90s. What are we talking about? You became a cop for the money. I can understand like the police and fire credit union. It's a very good union, right? I mean, it's a very good credit union. Okay, cool. Secure a loan. But unless you shaking down, kingpins and shit, and getting deep into the corrupt nature of law enforcement, fuck are you talking about? You got into it for the money. Hey. So it doesn't sound like they wanted to do that for a long time. And I know a bunch of ex-cops. Ex-cops. They ain't copping no more. They really did just do it for the money. They realized that shit wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Well, I know one person who became a cop and she got kicked off the force. Can you say corrupt? She was more corrupt than the rapper from Sharon Hill in the Dog Pound. Let's hear it for police corruption. Can we hear it for the police? Can we? Oh, shit. What the hell? Didn't see that. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Okay. How are we gonna do this? Know what the fuck happened. But hold on. Oh shit. Alright. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna get it back. Phone so I can get some light. There it goes. Alright. All right. So that part is up. Okay, wait a minute. Get my monitors back. Sheesh. My bad, y'all. But we good. Still gonna put my shit away. Sorry about that interruption. It get dark in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, without those monitors lighting up, it get dark in here. But anyway, I'm glad that I wasn't using a webcam. Can we hear it for no webcam? No webcam, yeah. I don't normally win that fight. Matter of fact, no webcam, no webcam, no webcam, no webcam, no webcam, no webcam, no webcam. Gotta reboot, gotta reboot, gotta reboot, gotta reboot, gotta reboot, reboot. All right, we gonna be all right. Give me just a couple of seconds, but we good. I think, oh, man, that shit got an update too. Don't worry about it though. We straight. Now, like I was saying, some people seem to know what they want to do, but already declare from the beginning stages that they in it for the long haul. Like, yo, I'm with this. I'm gonna do this. Like, this is my thing. Well, how do you know? How do you know if the thing that you're doing is going to be your thing years later, mad years later? How can you know that? See, if it was the webcam, this show would have been over. Like, I'd have been like, well, y'all have a great Thanksgiving. After the show would have rebooted. After it would have got back together. That was the reason I stopped using the webcam. And every time I think like, yo, I should go back to the webcam. I'm like, no, not in the house of Mutombo. No, rest in peace, Mutombo. Big Loaf. What up, Big Loaf? Let me see. Hold on. Man, it says, so many cops in my country just do it for money. What country? He says, oh yes, corruption. Yeah. Shorty says, my best friend wanted to be a nurse since she was 10, and now she is a head nurse for 11 years today. Not bad. That's what's up. Jason says, only cop I knew who really wanted to be a cop as a kid got killed because he was a cop. Damn. I think you knew him too, son. The boy. He got killed over at Scooters. He was married to Monique. Yeah. Damn, he wanted to be his name was Petey. The boy Petey, right? Wasn't that his name? That was his name, Pete. I knew his sister. I knew his sister better than I knew him. I knew him, but I ain't know him. Yeah, that was fucked up. That was a bad look. And that was a bad situation too. We can talk about that off cam. That was a bad joint. When are these monitors coming back up? All right, finally, like, damn. Sheesh. These Microsoft updates be on some bullshit. It still ain't finished updating. All right. Yeah, rest in peace, Petey. That was a while ago. That was like 95, man. Cam. Mia Cunningham coming through. What up, Mia? He said, yup. Oh, his real name was Robert. I didn't know that. I remember I remember that. I remember the stupid way that the Daily News put it, like Say, oh, you got the wrong guy. It was like, yo, but the boy dead. Like, yeah, they wasn't looking for him, but that's who they got. I'll never forget the Daily News. That's how they had it on the front page. I was like, yeah, his family should really feel good about that. It's like they took a bite out of crime. Fooled you. Man, it says India. Ooh. I just don't want to be a part of the country, part of this country no more. Because of over corruption, I've lived my childhood and currently living at Yorkshire. Well, man, I hope things work out for you. Big Loaf said, yo, fuck Microsoft. Yeah. I'm going to have to rock with you on that one. Yo, fuck Microsoft. Yeah. To hell with Microsoft. Them joints still not finished updating. This shit is crazy. This shit is fucking, it's insane. How long do it take to update? And it's not a big deal. I can still read off of the script, but it makes it a little easier because I can see things on the monitors because the monitors are big. You know what I mean? Like that I can't see, without squinting on the and getting real close to the camera here. All right, finally it's back. Then he's gonna be like, let me show you what's new. I don't give a fuck what's new. Get back to my joint. Do that. And we'll be all right. No, that's the only way I want to be all right. I don't want to be all right no other way. Come on, hurry up. All right, here we go. That update must have been on some crazy shit. Because this is not a slow computer. It's not a slow one. 16 gig. It's a good processor. 16 gigs of RAM. Processor is safe. All right. Okay. Put that over there. Okay. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. We back. We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting. And everything is going to be all right. We talk about being in it for the long haul tonight. Shit, y'all had to be in it for the long haul just to go through all of that. A lot of people would have said, look, man. Look, you get your shit together. Maybe I'll stop in on this channel, one night when you're talking about something more interesting and when you actually got your shit together. What you just did was equivalent to stumbling and fumbling in a rap battle. Don't nobody come here to hear you stumbling over your rounds. You ain't memorized your rounds? You ain't memorized your rounds, homie? Nah, you got 3-0, son. You got 3-0. Man, it says last thing you see after buying Microsoft is an 8 quintillion of data updates they introduced. They used to 5 ice ages ago. Damn. But you're right. You're right. And when you right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. I just can't put up with Apple. I cannot put up with Apple. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. All right. But we good. We straight. We good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. All right. So being in it for the long haul. How do you know? How do you know that that's what you want to do? How can you be sure that you want to start something and be with? I've heard a lot of people say that they wanted to do something and they got into it pretty soon. In a little over a month, you're going to see a whole lot of people talking about, Yo, I'm about to get in the gym, man. I bought me a membership to Planet Fitness. Got me a membership to LA Fitness. Got me a membership to Gold's Gym. I'm going to learn in 2026 how to swim and ride a bike. I bought a new bike. I got a mountain bike. I'm about to ride a bike. They do all of this shit. And by April, they ain't done a push-up since Valentine's Day. They ain't walked, ran, climbed a flight of steps, or none of that shit. They was talking about, nah, man, I'm gonna get my body together. I'm about to. Well, they wasn't really in it for the long haul. But a lot of people say that they're into things for the long haul, but it turns out that they're not. So how do you know when you start something that you want to be in it for the long haul? Now, I ain't talking about just saying it. I'm talking about real commitment, dedication, forming a habit, making sure that you get into a routine that's so regimented that when you don't do it, you feel like you should be doing it, and then you might even go somewhere and do it. And that's whether you're talking about dieting, that's whether you're talking about working out, that's whether you're talking about falling in love, that's whether you're talking about giving charity, that's whether you're talking about making more money, starting a business, working a little bit harder, getting an education, being a better mother, a better father, a better son, better daughter, a better friend. How do you know? Friendship is one of those things. Friendship is definitely one of those things. How do you know when you meet somebody that you really want to be friends with them for a long time, through thick and thin? How do you know? That's my man, $100,000. That's my man's, you know what I'm saying? Dap you. Yo, son, you know you like a brother to me, dog. You know what I'm saying? I love you, boy. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody tell me nothing about you. From the time I met you, I said, that's my man's. And you been my man's. And it's always going to be that way, no matter what. You know what I mean? Nobody better not say nothing bad about you when I'm around, because you my brother. You know what I'm saying? You my brother. And I'ma treat my brother like my brother. My brother. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta, get vernacular on them. You gotta accentuate it. You gotta let them know. Anyway, that's why we've been down for 40 years. You know what I mean? When we say since the sandbox, we literally are talking about since the sandbox. Come on. Don't look at me stupid. You know what I'm saying? Come here. Yeah, get your ass up. Come on, let's go. Come on. Yeah. Here she go. Here she go. Don't be getting lazy. Come on, bring your ass over here. She like, oh, it's a trap. It's a trap. It's not a trap. Come on. Come on. Get your ass over here. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yes. 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 You good? Yes. 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 Yo, you good? All right, cool. Yes. 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 All right, you straight? Everything cool? All right, bet. What's up? What happened? What happened? You good? Yeah, that was a little cat exploitation. But you forgive me, right? You know you want more. All right, come on. Yeah, that's my baby. That's her. Try to climb on my bed again, though. I'm gonna whoop your ass. I ain't gonna commit no violence against you, but I don't want you to know that. You know what I'm saying? And these aminals be off the chain. These aminals be off the chain, son. Shirley says, rough affection with a smile. Said, oh, wow, Kitty, what's this? Oh, that's a girl. Her name is Crystal. That's Crystal. She's an actress. She's a cactress. She's an actress cat. Ain't that right? Say, yeah. Not me. Yeah, Dad, I be playing my role and shit. Yes, yeah. Yeah, me. All right. So, let me grab a seat over here. Because, contrary to popular belief, I'm not going to stand up the whole show. I gave y'all, 36 minutes. 36 minutes standing. I'm impressed with myself. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, but how do you know? How do you know you want to be friends with somebody? I mean, can you know that? Can you vibe with somebody so hard when you first meet them that you can tell that y'all on the same mental plane, same emotional or mental plane with each other so hard that you knew that y'all were going to be friends for forever, ever. BFF. Can you know that? I mean, because when you really think about some of the people that have come in and out of your life, you can't keep running. I mean, you can't keep coming in and out of my life. You know what I mean? You can't keep coming in and out of my life. So how do you know when you in it for the long haul? I mean, I think it's kind of impressive for some people, how some people seem to know what they want up front. But knowing what you want is one thing. Knowing what you want for the long haul, that's a whole different thing. Dimples D's is all up in the house. What's going on, Ma? How you feeling? How you feeling? Man, it said, if you whoop Crystal's ass up, it will be domestic violence or animal cruelty. I know it's not going to happen. But like I said, the threat has to be there. Because I have allergies. And I can't play no games. But I still play games. They said, I don't even have no business having no cat. I was like, mind your business. If you knew my cat, you would sneeze with her. But anyway, in it for the long haul. In for the long haul. How can you know? How can you know? Let's do this. All of y'all who are participating in the chat right now, what things have you been in for the long haul? If y'all would be so kind as to list some things that you have been a part of for more than I'm going to say 15 years or more. Because I'm not sure if 10 years will qualify as being the long haul. What do y'all think? Is 10 years long haul status? It's a good little time, but that's a decade. 15 years or more, you start to get into grown man time, drinking age. Time to go, graduating high school. What things have you been a part of for more than 15 years? I'll start. I've been working out consistently for way more than 15 years. I started working out in 1997, and I have not stopped. I've never gone a week without working out, even if I was injured or sick or something like that. So I was in that for the long haul. The thing is, I didn't declare myself being in that for the long haul. I didn't do that. That just sort of happened. I formed a habit and I felt funny when I wasn't doing it. So yeah, I've been working out consistently for more than 15 years. So 1997, we're talking about almost 30 years. We're talking about 28 years? 27 years? Okay, cool. You got to go, Manus? Well, I appreciate you coming through. I really do. Please, anytime. We're here the same night, same time every night. So, if you're ever up or whatever, I know if you're in India, your time zone is way ahead of ours. So, but we appreciate you. I appreciate you. Shirley Shore says childcare, housekeeping, motherhood, friendship. You pulled the motherhood card. You're always cheating. Stop cheating, man. But that's not really a small thing because I'm sure that you know people and I know people who have abandoned motherhood, who have abandoned fatherhood. So I can't totally take that away from you, even though you did cheat. I know you cheated. You know what I mean? You went right for the low hanging fruit. You like, but it is fruit, right? I mean, it's edible, right? Nobody's going to get sick if they eat it, right? This is one of the fruits that we actually like to eat, right? I'm like, well, Adam, liked the fruit that he ate too. It wasn't no apple, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. But okay, so professionally, childcare, housekeeping, friendship, etc. Okay. So have you been at the same job for 15 years or more? Wisdom, my peoples. Says, good morning, son. Me in education for 25 years. I have 3 master's degrees and jobs 25 years and 30 years. A lot of friendship life. But I think that they think I still feel the greatest loss. I feel like the greatest loss is good friendship. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, in education for 25 years. That's quite impressive. It is. Jason Sloan says, I stumbled into what I do now, kind of fell into it, and now have total of about 18 years in it. And I borderline hate it. Hey, you know what? That shit happens. In it for the long haul, and it's not even satisfactory, for yourself. That's crazy, right? It happens though. And it also shows a lot, it tells a lot about resolve. To be able to do something for years and years without it necessarily being your thing. Like it's a thing, but may not be your thing. That's some shit. Good shit though. Good shit and bad shit. Dimples D says business partner, friendship, education, relationship, sisterhood. No. Y'all getting away with too much. You gotta get more specific. I need you to be more specific. Like I've been working for Westinghouse for 25 years. And for the long haul. We know you've been working for a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? What we talking about? Got any trophies? Certificates? Employee of the month for the last 20 years. I'm undefeated with employee of the month. Shit, you know, some employees outlast the job. I've seen it happen. Like, they didn't get a chance to retire. The job retired. They had to go find another job because they wasn't retirement age. Seen it happen. Jason says, so I'm about to do something totally different soon, and folks will judge me for changing up at this age. Like I can't I can't stick to one thing. Man, you only get one life. For real, for real. And honestly, regardless of anything, I think you owe it to yourself to find what it is that you enjoy so you can finally do it without provocation. So you can do it freely, because that's what finding what you really like to do is all about. When you don't have to have an alarm clock or somebody to push you to go, that's when you know you found what you really, really like to do. I'm careful about saying what you were born to do, because I'm not really sure about that. That's one of those terms that people throw around a lot. Like, I was born to do this. I was born to do this. I was born to do this. What the fuck you mean you was born to do? I don't know. Some people literally were born to do things. You know, like slaves. Yeah, slaves. They were born to work from sun up to sundown, 6 days a week, never leaving the plantation. But I'm not trying to get into that. But that's unfortunately one of the things that I think of when I hear somebody say I was born to do this. Like, I'm like, okay, you're a great trumpeter, but you were not born with a trumpet in your hand. Maybe I need to buy a trumpet. I never really thought about playing one, but brass instruments be expensive as fuck. Yeah, I said slaves, god damn it. Yeah, I said it. It says in our last topic, spending our time most should be with our loved ones. But I did not do that much. I spent 30 years after 30 after wait a minute. I spent 30 years after 30-year old. I lost all my friends and families because I came to the UK. Biggest loss. Wow. You came to the UK from where? Where did you come to the UK from? Where's your original country? India. Wow. Oh, yeah. It makes sense that you would go to the UK. There's a large Indian population in the UK, which I understand the history of, and it fucking irks the shit out of me. Shout out to India. Shout out to India. But yeah, in it for the long haul, baby. How do you know when and if you will be in something for the long haul? I need an extrapolation scope. I'm going to extrapolate. I need a scope of extrapolation. I can just extrapolate. Like, I can see the future. I can see so far into the future, and I see me there. I see me there. I got an extrapolation scope. I'll be there. You can always count on me. Shout out to the late, great Levi Stubbs. That's what I call the voice. That Levi Stubbs from the Four Tops. Man, his shit was different. That was one singing motherfucker. Him and David Ruffin. Who y'all think had the best voice between Levi Stubbs and David Ruffin? David Ruffin, a hard boy to beat. But I don't know, man. That Levi, he had that growl. Son. He had the grrr. He had that growl that Levi Stubbs did. He had that growl that Levi Stubbs did. Who y'all think was better? Levi Stubbs of the Four Tops or David Ruffin of the Temptations? Who was better? Just a question. I mean, no prizes, no failures. Who was better? I'll be there. Carriezilla, what's good? Says anyone on here thinks a teeny tiny amount of Vicks on the bottom of the nose bridge with clear sinus? Shit, I know it. Shit. Now, the Vicks, it's funny because on the Vicks bottle, they tell you not to do that. I don't give a fuck. I need to breathe. So yeah, Shirley Cheryl says, I have also been in food distribution for over 20 years. Really busy during these food stamp threat months. Okay. Anybody been driving a car for 15 years? The same car. We know that you have a driver's license. You've been driving for over 15 years. But can anyone claim that they've been driving the same vehicle for over 15 years or more? It's a vintage ride. Probably a lot easier to fix than a lot of these cars that are out here now. So if you had a 15-year-old car now, that means you got it around 2010. Jason says, better? I can't say. But if I could snap my fingers and be able to sing like either one, I'm going to choose to sing like Levi. I'm telling you, he had that gruff, that growl. That man was singing at you. He was coming. And one of the reasons that I would say Levi Stubbs is because he never left the group or became the problem of his group that I know of. Remember, the Four Tops left Motown and went to another company, and they were still successful. Had good songs. The Four Tops did. Of course, the Temptations left Motown too, and they had a successful career. Continuing on, but they swapped out. They were a little lead singer challenged. But it's all good though. It's all good. Peace to the Temps. Peace to the Four Tops. But give me Levi. Even though I think David Ruffin had one of the most amazing singing voices I've ever heard. But I'll tell you who I have discovered and rediscovered might have been. Now I really understand why he was such a big deal. That damn Sam Cooke, the late great Sam Cooke. That was a singing ass motherfucker right there. Sam Cooke was the epitome of soul. And it was like he could do it this way, he could do it that way. He didn't seem to have no limitations, but his shit just oozed soul. Soul. I've recently heard some Sam Cooke records that I had never heard before. So like a lot of his popular hits, I'm like, that ain't it. That motherfucker was deep. He had some shit. Tori 2200, how you doing? And Jason said, Carrie says, I love Just My Imagination. By the way, Carrie, you can't choose both. See, you gotta say what. All right, don't worry about it. Jason says, though I was listening to the 11:45 version of Papa Was a Rolling Stone just earlier today. So word. The extra long version. Damn. The music is awesome, wasn't it? That shit was, woo, that psychedelic soul was, woo. I said, woo. I mean, woo. Shirley Cheryl says, it would have been 9 years for my equinox. However, I was just in an accident. Not sure if it's over for sassafras. My SUV, don't judge. Oh, man. Man, prayers for sassafras. Prayers up for sassafras. Prayers up for sassafras, man. Yeah, man. Sam Cooke really was phenomenal. Like he was on, like mistakenly and irresponsibly, I looked at a lot of those soul singers and basically singers before the 60s as just a bunch of, like they ain't had no lyrics, like they ain't had no real thoughts. Like everything was a love song. Everything was a bopsy love song. Itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini, that kind of shit. And I realized it was because of Motown. Motown had you believing that a lot of the songs, that came out back in the day didn't have no real meanings. But then you listen to Sam Cooke's catalog, and you're like, oh, this motherfucker has some shit on his mind. I listened to a song. A song by Sam Cooke the other day. If you haven't heard it, please treat yourself. It was called Sometimes. It was sometimes, and he was saying, and in parentheses, he said, to ease my mind. Okay. My bad. Not sometimes. Somebody is in parentheses, and it's called Ease My Troubling Mind. I'm like, troubling mind, huh? Now, of course, I would love to play this song on this program, but guess who's going to get flagged? Guess who's going to get flagged? Guess who's going to get demonetized? I can't play that shit, and it makes me despise the rules of the bureaucracy. But I got to do what I got to see, so I don't rock you. Okay. Yeah, but check that song out. It's called Somebody. Ease My Troubling Mind. Ease My Troubling Mind. I listened to that song once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times in a row. I was like, yo, this shit is on fire. It's not, songs weren't very long back then. But he tore that shit up. You think about somebody like Sam Cooke, and you think about like how he said in A Change Gonna Come. How he said, it's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Now, every time I listen to that line, and then I think about the way that he died, I'm like, damn, did he prophesize his own death? Did the man prophesize his own shit? What year did A Change Gonna Come out by Sam Cooke? God damn. It's the same year he got killed. Wait a minute. A Change Gonna Come by Sam Cooke was released in 1964 as the B-side to the single Shake. The song also included on Cooke's album Ain't That Good News, which was released earlier that year. The song was the song was recorded in January 1964 and officially released in December 22nd, 1964, because I believe he got killed in 1964. Yeah. How crazy is that? On December 11th, 1964, 2 weeks before the song was released, Sam Cooke was fatally shot at a Los Angeles motel. Man, this is some bullshit. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there beyond the skies. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me. Anyway, could it be? Because it sounded to me like Sam Cooke was in it for the long haul. And somebody stopped his haul. Sam Cooke was in it for the long haul and they stopped his haul short. They stopped his long haul short. In it for the long haul, y'all. What you know? Thanks, Carrie. And even though most people don't think so, including myself, I appreciate you saying that. Okay, so was it Barry Gordy that bought and sold a ton of Motown artist piece and mailed it? Not sure what you're talking about. You in therapy now? You in therapy now? It's really shit. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Jason says, I know that song. They tell me when you tell somebody your troubles fly away from you. I'm looking for somebody I can tell my troubles to. That's it. Tori says, Trouble in Mind is a great song. Sam wrote that song. He killed that shit. He killed it. He said, was the movie good? What movie? Movie? What movie? Movie? What movie? Somebody went to the movies? What movie? You saw a movie? What movie? But yeah, man. In it for the long haul. In it for the long haul. How do you know that you want to be in something for the long haul? How do you know that you want to be dedicated to something? Sam Cooke movie. You know what? I didn't see the Sam Cooke movie. I didn't know that they had a Sam Cooke movie. I wasn't aware. I don't be knowing nothing. I mean, I'm totally out of pop culture. Besides this shit that we do, I don't be knowing a whole lot. Now, if you ask me about something political, I'll be like, yeah, Donald Trump is sucking dick. He ain't even suing people for talking about it. So you know he had to be cock gobbling out there. And Pam Bondi, she's, you know what I mean? She's scraping the all of the Epstein files clean of any Republicans, especially Trump on it and shit. They gonna leave all the Democrats there, look like it was only them. You ask me about politics, I know everything. Or at least heard of something. You ask me about what song Beyonce came out with, I'm like, she came out with something after Upgrade Me. I know I'm a disgrace. I know I'm a disgrace. Oh, we're gonna work it out. We're gonna work it out, work it out, work it out. Gonna work it out, work it out, work it out. Let's look at the results of the poll. With 21 votes, we can go for it. When someone has been doing something for a lot of years, do they love it or is it convenient? 48%, God damn, says it's what they love to do. Okay. 24% says it may pay well or pay off well. I want to thank y'all for knowing the difference. 5% said scared to do anything else. Maybe. Speaking of maybe, that's a really great song by Janis Joplin. It's called Maybe. You should look that one up too. It's a really good song. Janis Joplin was a fucking phenomenal rocker. She was really like, that talent was silly. Like it should not have been, but it was. And 24% said maybe it's all they know how to do. Interesting. Jason Sloan says, Janis Joplin was phenomenal. Unfortunately, you joined the 27 clubs. She pretty much kicked it off. Her and Jimi Hendrix, they got it popping. Like, we're going to do this the same year. You open up the club, and I'm going to advertise. I'll be there after it get. I'll be there after after you get there. I'll be right there. Don't worry. Yeah, it's Janis Joplin. You listen to her shit, you can just zone out like, what the fuck? Like this white girl she was doing her numbers. For real. That wasn't no regular. The music wasn't regular. The singing, the lyrics, the soul wasn't regular. You listen to the song Maybe. Listen to the song Maybe. If you really want to do yourself a treat, give yourself a treat, listen to the live version of Maybe. And that's just one song. Her entire catalog was there's no way she could have lived long doing that shit. She wasn't ready. We couldn't let that evolve. He says, nah, chick was a bruja. Something strange and special. I mean, that was not no regular. That was not a regular talent. That shit was different. Talk about somebody being way ahead of their time and right on time at the same time. Shit, even when she do her rendition of Porgy and Bess, I'm like, why she just tear this shit up? Cheryl Halsey says, I love all. Have a blessed. Oh, okay. Blessed to have a sweet potato pies. You gotta go. Yeah. Yo, the tree's gonna be jumping off today. The meats and the treats gonna be jumping off today. The meats and the treats will be jumping off today. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Just do me that one little solid. Do me one little solid. Hit the like ball. Hit the like button. Sorry about that. And you know what? I've been doing this for over 15 years. I don't know what I was thinking. I've been doing this for well over 15 years. I didn't used to do it every day until 2014, October 1st, 2014. I started doing it every day. Every day, 7 days a week. I wasn't even thinking about that. Win, lose, or draw. I'm like, look, I'm nobody's gonna outwork me or say that I didn't do enough to make this shit happen. That's what's not gonna happen. But did I know that this is what I wanted to do for the long haul? The first time I did a radio segment, I was like, yo, that shit dope. But I can't say that I saw me having a future in it, but I was like, yo. Yeah, this is nice. Jason says, back to the topic, kind of. Can you imagine people like Joplin or Hendrix or Stevie Wonder, Prince, Michael Jackson ever doing something else? It looks like they found their calling. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Prince, Stevie Wonder, I think they knew that they were in it for the long haul. Janis Joplin didn't start off doing this. She sort of fell into it. It's kind of crazy. It ain't like she grew up in the church or singing in, plays or anything like that. She just sort of happened. She must have been an alien, dog. I don't think she must not have been real. And that's why she had to go back she had to take the mothership and go back. Was there a body? Was there? was there. You know those cheap ass special effects that they had back in the 70s, 60s, and early 70s. Tory 2200 says, always say, can you imagine James Brown sitting in a cubicle being a paper pusher? Man, I think James Brown would have probably made it in manual labor. He just probably would have had to gotten a haircut. All these cats out here changing their name to stage names and all that kind of shit. And James Brown made it as the hardest working man in show business, the Godfather of Soul, with a name like James Brown. Fuck all y'all. I saw the real names of some celebrities that we never knew. Some of them you wonder, like, what did you even change your name for? You went from a regular name to a regular name. Whoopi Goldberg's name was like Karen something, and Karen was spelled with a C, and it was spelled a weird way. I think it was like a C and a Y, maybe like Caryn, Karen something. I ain't got to guess, right? What is Whoopi Goldberg's real name? Karen Elaine Johnson. Karen Elaine Johnson. Now I'm looking at Whoopi like, do I see a Karen? A black Karen, maybe? Tom Cruise. What's Tom Cruise's birth name? Talking about some Tom Cruise's birth name is Thomas Cruise Mapother. No, that's not his name. Now he done put Tom Cruise, he done put Cruise in his name. That is not his real name. But that's what they say. Thomas Cruise Mapother, the fourth. Well, damn it. I guess if he's a Mapother, or however you pronounce that, if he's a fourth, I guess it would have to be that. But that's not what I saw on the video. So I wonder. His original name is Thomas Cruise Mapother IV. Reason for change. He stated it was to distance himself from an abusive father, and because the name Mapother was not ideal for Hollywood. Tom Cruise. There was somebody else in the video whose name just was totally different. Well, I guess, Whoopi Goldberg, but everybody knows Whoopi Goldberg's name isn't really Whoopi Goldberg. Her name was Karen with a C. Karen, Caryn. Karin. Okay. Jason says James Brown would have been in jail. It was music or the can for the Godfather. That's a fact. He was definitely into some shit. But yeah, I think artists like that knew that they were in it for the long haul. There are some artists who found themselves later. It's funny you mentioned Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson always gave me the impression that he wanted to do something else besides be a singer. Now, that could have been the stress that came along with, you know, paparazzi, allegations, people meddling in what he would have called his business. And maybe that disenchanted him from the music business. But he always gave me vibes like he really wanted to do something else in life. But this show business thing was something that he was good at, that he did like, and that was very lucrative for him. But he gave me, like, making songs like I'm Bad and Beat It and things like that. It almost sounds like he wished he could have been a gangster. Like he had a set of his own and some homies that was down the ride. Tori says, as much as I love MJ, when Prince died, I almost lost it and still saddened by his passing. Tina Marie, too. Yeah, Tina Marie. Tina Marie, that was such a shock to me. I was like, damn, he's kind of young. Jason says, my goddaughter has wanted to sing and perform on Broadway since she was 5. Now she's literally in school for that and is trying to move to New York City next. I think she's going to be one of those people. I sure hope so. I sure hope so. You know, one thing I always admired about LL Cool J, I heard him say in an interview long ago when he was still a kid. He was saying how he never had a job. He always wanted to be a rapper. He said he literally wanted to be a rapper. I was like, how do you want to be a rapper? In 1984, 1985, like hip hop was so unstable. Like it wasn't supposed to work. It certainly wasn't supposed to last. You just wanted to be a rapper until rap wasn't rap, you know, it wasn't around anymore. Because they were seriously trying to kill it back in the 80s. But he said, I always wanted to be a rapper. That's what I wanted to be. I'm like, In the 80s, in the late 80s, imagine having that mindset. You know, it's pretty cool to know what you want to do in the long haul. I mean, for the long haul. Like he saw the vision. KRS-One said the vision. Saw the vision. KRS-One saw the vision. Because he said hip hop on the whole isn't even 20 years old. He said 50 years from now, we'll be the old school artists. Like, how many rappers from that era really thought that rap would still be around? That hip hop would still be a thing? A thing, and it is a thing. We're going to get out of here pretty soon, y'all. We're going to get out of here pretty soon, do these birthday shout outs. And let you good people go about, getting on with your Thanksgiving, giving thanks. But I'll tell you right now, by the time we do the show tomorrow, Thanksgiving will, for all intents and purposes, be over, be finished. It'll be in the history books. But I want to let y'all know that I am thankful for y'all coming through every night or however it is that y'all come through. I 100% look forward to that daily. It's sometimes the only highlight of my day. So I appreciate y'all coming through. I appreciate y'all support. I appreciate your participation. Even the trolls. I appreciate you coming here to troll instead of anywhere else out in the world where you could have trolled. And you came here. And I 100% appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yeah, I am hella thankful for that. I have a lot to be thankful for anyway. You know what I mean? I've recently got a good bill of health. That's nothing to, turn your nose up at or tease about or take for granted. Getting a clean bill of health is a good thing. And, I got a decent job, career, whatever you might call it. I'm able to pay my bills. And, I'm able to actually be okay. And that's not something that everybody can say, but I think that is definitely something for everybody. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do these birthday shout outs. Jason says, I've been thinking about that still number one lyric a lot since 2 years ago. Hip hop's 50th. Yeah, Tori, I even hear myself sounding more like myself. That was that little code was treacherous. That shit was Dennis the Menace. That shit was Bugs Bunny. It was Woody Woodpecker. That thing was just coming. I don't know, man. I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad to be alive. So at first I got the clean bill of health, and then this shit, dropped on me like a ton of bricks. Anyway, we have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious November 26th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Soel Jordan. Happy birthday to you, and also Tiffany Jordan. And also Shirley, and Arielis Garcia Adams. Is this the right? Okay. And Rachel Akosua, George, Taj Runnit, Nicole Nikki Smith, Jennifer Craig. This ain't right. Hold on, we gotta get this together. Those are not the birthdays today. And they weren't. Those are the birthdays for today, the 27th. Here are the real birthdays. So let me rewind all those other ones. Okay. Always Classy Key, William Fraser, Shay Johnson, $1 Million Dom, Jessica Judkins, Seiji Thompson, Ray Anwar Pollard, Rashad Pollard, Marvin Elliott, Nicole Millsip, Sean Clay, and last but not least, my girl, Rhonda Jones Fitch. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious, glorious, glorious November 26th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up, turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, and for the long haul, not just there for a really short phone call. When you really know what you want to do, you separate the rest of you from the crew because you know that your vision is real and that's something that only inside that you're going to feel. And you spill that thing just like coffee, but make sure that you got the bad demons off me. Yo. Let me run it back and do this thing because I got to give y'all something like a rap attack. No, I'm a stack dough, and I really know that if it makes a lot of money, I want to be in it, yo. But sometimes the money ain't the main thing. Sometimes you got to have a heart and make you feel like a king. Because when your heart ain't in it to win it, you might rewind it, get in it for a minute, rewind it and spin it. But you got to find your niche out here because if you can't find that, it's a bitch out there. And I know that you would rather be doing something fun, but sometimes you got to make money because you got to do it, son. And I ain't mad at that. Do it for the time you spend, but make sure that you do something that you want before the end. And the end comes near and it comes fast because life is short and the motherfucker just like a long task that you didn't want to do from the beginning. But I want you to make sure that you do something that makes you feel like winning. Because I want to win too. And I want to see you raise the crown. And, yo, I'm going to say that nigga down like a submarine. Look at him. Yo, his shit gleaming like he used the Afro Sheen. And that's my team member. And that's my brother too. So I'm going to make sure that I'm going to do the other shoot. What do you know? Yo, you understand the way that the thing and how you gotta grow. And you just like a worm to a caterpillar and makes the butterfly. I'ma say it Okay. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, yes. After the Thanksgiving, after y'all fill up on the good food, we will be here at 2:00 in the morning for another Daily Go Getimism show. So make sure y'all come through for the Thanksgiving edition. And once again, I'm very thankful for y'all. So if I don't speak to y'all, please be safe out there. We don't want to lose nobody. I'm ready to bubble wrap all of y'all until at least like January 5th. Get y'all past all that shit. I gotta get some ice packs. Yeah, I need some ice packs and some bubble wrap. Ship y'all like I'm shipping cake or some shit like that through UPS. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And I will see y'all, the next time, which will be the best time. Peace, y'all.